Let me ask you something. Has it ever occurred to you that you've spoken for a few minutes and now your throat is absolutely being scratchy? Or you find yourself gasping for air in the middle of the sentences, and one of the worst one is your voice feels tired after one presentation. Does it ever happen to you? Well, guess what? That's because you're under attack. And when I say you're under attack, that doesn't mean that you're under attack by the audience. No, not at all. But what we normally call as the voice killers. So today's lecture is going to be about three voice killers. So today's lecture is going to be about three voice killers. Do you know what those are? Let me tell you that. Number one is dry throat. Number two is the tension. And number three is breathlessness. So let's start with the first one, which is called the dry throat. And why do you think normally happens? I mean, it's a no-brainer really, that if something is getting dried up, that means that it needs to be a little bit wet or moist. Correct me if I'm wrong here. And mostly I've observed, when I was transitioning from being an absolute obese person to what I am right now, I have seen that people are filling up their stomachs primarily and only majorly with food. And the research also indicates one more thing, which is quite alarming, that 70% of the time when you're feeling hungry, when you're feeling that hunger pangs, it's not really your body is asking for food, it's actually the body is asking for water. So the next time you feel like that, like you're feeling the hunger pangs or the hunger in general, try drinking some water. Now, when this thing normally happens, it doesn't mean that you have to drink water right there and then. Yes, obviously, that's again a no-brainer, but having said that, you need to keep yourself moist and wet, as in terms of the throat, throughout the day. So when your body is really, really gagging for water, that's when you feel the thirst. But it shouldn't get to that point. You see what happens, that your vocal cords, this whole thing, this actually is getting really, really destroyed if you're keeping it dry all the time. And that's one of the reasons why you get dry throats. You panic. And when you panic, you kind of sweat. So when you sweat, the body starts to consume more water, more energy, more calories as well. And then, the eventual, what do you call that? The eventual result would not be something that you're very proud of. So drink water, not just before your talk, but during the whole day, constantly throughout the day. Avoid the tea, coffee, and the kind of fizzy drinks because, again, it's very harmful for your overall well-being, but also for your throat as well, for your vocal cords as well, for your voice quality as well. And yes, I do drink a lot of, coffee. I'm a huge Americano fan. I love Americano. I can't get my hand, wherever I find out about a new place, I simply go there and buy that. But having said that, everything in moderation is pretty good as well, because you see what happens if you have a lot of tea, coffee, or a fizzy drink, that'll dry you out. That'll really, really dry you up as well. Not just your throat, but the overall, the water pattern, or the level of water actually comes down as well. So yeah. Go for room temperature water. That's very important. Again, at the same time, I personally, being a vocal artist and a voice artist, I tend to avoid cold water as much as I possibly can. I normally go for lukewarm or the room temperature water. That's absolutely brilliant. That you must do this as well. Warm herbal tea or honey, with the honey, it's really good as well. Keep a water bottle nearby all the time. You must have seen a lot of celebrities, a lot of athletes, whenever they are going out in the public, they're always carrying a bottle of water with them all the time. And trust me, it's not a prop. When people normally see, the top level celebrities and the sports people, and they're carrying the bottle of water all the time, they think it's a kind of a prop or something to give out, to the people that, oh yeah, I'm carrying something in my hands. No, not at all. They are actually carrying water and they're drinking water all the time. That takes us to the next point, which is the tension. Now, what tension really is? Tension lives in your neck. If you must have gathered by now that whenever you're feeling a bit tensed and stressed out, your spouse would come at the back and they start, pressing this area, because this is where the stress gets released, as according to the medical sciences as well. So your neck, shoulders, and jaw, and it chokes your voice. You'll feel that whenever you're under stress and the pressure, you'll see that this thing gets tensed up as well, and you feel that tightness, and that would reflect in your vocal tone by far. And trust me, other people would listen. They will observe and they'll immediately gather and capture that, yes, you are under a lot of stress, so relax yourself. How do you do this? The quick way to release tension is to basically roll your shoulders backwards 10 times. That's just a very easy way. Be very careful. If you have shoulder injury, be very careful. So back way like this, okay? Then open your jaw wide, like this, like you're trying to put something in your mouth, and then relax it like this. That probably would give you a nice jawline as well. An added benefit to this exercise. And then do gentle neck rolls as well. Neck rolls is, I'm sure that you must have gathered by now that this is what the gentle neck roll really is. So it's very easy, but at the same time, be very careful. If you are suffering from any kind of injury or anything, then please do consult your physician about this as well. But again, at the same time, be very careful, because again, at the end of the day, health matters the most. Now, even actors sometimes forget this, that, your voice lives in your body, not in your mouth. So the voice actually doesn't live in your mouth, it's in your body. And trust me, when you're trying to project a lot of energy, the entire body would have to get involved in that projection. Me being a theater artist, and obviously I've performed in a lot of theaters locally and nationally as well, and I've seen this happening a lot of times, that when you have to project something massive, then you have to go really big. Like, physically you gotta go and do a lot of bigger expressions and gestures and everything, just to make it really loud and on the top as well. And finally, the big one, the breathlessness. If you're running out of breath, quickly. So it's just not nerves, it's basically the breathing itself. Here's how to fix this thing. So I'm gonna just tell you, please do make sure that you make notes and start practicing from this point onwards. Lie down, place a hand on your belly, breathe in with your nose, your belly should rise. And breathe out through your mouth, and your belly drops. That's diaphragm. I always stumble upon that word. That's diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing, I got it. Now practice this ritual daily, then try and shift to the standing and eventually to speaking while breathing that way. So what you do is you lie down, you take a deep breath, it goes into your stomach, it comes up, and then it comes out, you exhale it, and you try to shift it in this standing and eventually to speaking while breathing that way as well. So while lying down, not speaking, do the breathing exercise, standing, breathing exercise, the same one, and then while talking to people, breathe as well. In one of my other courses, which is Fear to Fame, which is about a complete blueprint guide of public speaking and me being a TEDx speaker as well, I always tell my clients that one thing is very important, that you must take pauses. If you don't take pauses, even for a tiny second, that would just, that makes you look like an amateur person who's trying really hard. And you'll obviously seen some of the videos of world-class public speakers that they do tend to take a lot of pauses while interacting, even on one-on-one basis or 1 to 1,000 basis, public speeches, anywhere. They do this all the time. Now, want to test it? You want to test it? Let's test it. So try reading this sentence. I am calm, I am clear, I am in control. Now say it slowly with the intention and in controlled breath. Feel the power. Now your voice is a muscle, as I always say. You train it, you feed it, you relax it. Treat it well, and it'll be your strongest ally on the stage, coming from someone who's delivered hundreds and, if not thousands of public speeches, corporate events, and also voice artist, as you must have gathered that by now. So let's keep it going. Let's get to the next one. I'm sure that you enjoyed this one as well and learned something valuable from this particular module and the lecture as well. Do let me know, how do you feel about these practices, these exercises? The forum is on, the comment section obviously is on. Get in touch and I'll be more than happy to give you any feedback, whichever you require, in order to make you turn into an amazing vocal persona. Thank you.